841-3474. Safe for USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Guys, are you still looking for a great Christmas gift for your wife or girlfriend? Then treat her to the very best this year with the world's softest pajamas from Pajamagram, America's PJ experts for over 15 years. Because the world's softest pajamas are lighter than a cloud and softer than a bunny. They're like cashmere, only better. She'll love the way they feel, the softness, warmth, and comfort, and you'll love the way they look. Best of all, you don't have to wrap, because every Pajamagram includes free gift packaging, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. Plus, they're backed by a 100% lifetime guarantee, so you risk nothing. Thousands of men just like you have made their loved one happy with the world's softest pajamas. You can too. But you need to get these amazing PJs today because they normally sell out. So here's what you do. It's easy. Go to Pajamagram.com right now or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs. That's Pajamagram.com.
Tasty Catering invites you to come together this holiday season and celebrate with great food and great company.
Since 1989, Tasty Catering has been planning memorable holiday office parties all over Chicagoland and bringing your team together this year in the spirit of the season.
Their delicious holiday menu at tastycatering.com features all the amazing appetizers and entrees, savory side dishes, and decadent desserts that you'll need for the ideal holiday office party.
From elegant plated dinners to casual company buffets and festive cocktail hours.
Stop by their Elk Grove Village Kitchen and meet their award-winning catering family and sample some of their new and classic holiday menu dishes.
The experienced holiday events team is ready to take you step by step through the planning process, simply and stress-free.
Don't delay. Call Tasty Catering at 847-593-2000 or view the holiday menu online at tastycatering.com.
That's 847-593-2000. tastycatering.com. Holidays. Gather, eat, and enjoy together.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. Tonight, David and Gretchen will once again be looking at evolving gun control issues across the country. Then, south of the equator, Australia passed cyber snooping laws that may have international implications. Feel free to give us a call at 312-642-5600 with questions or comments. And don't forget, you can watch us live on YouTube on Target Radio, or go to Facebook, like our page on Target Radio, and ask a question there.
Well, here's a news flash. Did you know that 80% of all gun owners shoot themselves or members of their own families? Did you know that?
We must be reproducing pretty quickly then.
Wow. That's amazing. You would think that would either be on the news every day or never.
Well, you would, because the calculation comes out. There's 100 million, roughly 100 million gun owners in the United States. That means more than 80 million instances of people who shoot themselves or someone in their family. Now, if you work this out, if the average gun owner has roughly 60 years of his life that he could own a gun, right? That means you have 1 million shootings a year only by gun owners in their families or themselves, which is 2,500 shootings a day.
More than. I think
More
it's
than.
more than.
Yeah. Now, this pithy news comes to us from none other than the stellar expert on firearms and all things lethal force,
Tom Arnold. Slow clap.
that we have excoriated people in the past like Barbara Streisand and people who just don't know anything. I don't ever remember seeing anything this far out.
Add Tom Arnold to the list of dumb A's that's trying
dumb beavers? Yeah.
That don't know what they're talking about and can't grasp basic math, basically.
Yeah. It's I wonder if he dates, what's her name, Ocasio Rogado.
Oh, Alexandria? No, she's got a different boyfriend.
Does she? Yeah. Recently, she floated the idea of running. I can't even say it with a straight face.
You can't even get it out.
She floated the idea of running for president. Now, there's one advantage if she does. And the one advantage is she did find an apartment in Washington finally, so she'd already be set up for it. But
well, you know what? I have $20 to donate to that campaign.
Yeah, I'd be okay. It'd be like Hillary Clinton 2.0.
Yeah. Oh no, way more fun than that. Way more fun than Hillary. I mean, so yeah, I would probably donate $10 for Hillary to run again, just because it's like such a sure thing that she would lose miserably again.
Right.
But I think Alexandria Cortez or
whatever
her name. Now I can't even remember. That would be entertaining. That would be like worth the price of admission.
As we have occasionally referred to some people, this truly applies to her. She is a gift that will keep on giving.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if her desk will be next to the guy who said that was worried about Guam.
They should. They should be desk mates.
Yeah, if you have no idea what we're talking about, making a long story really short, there was a congressman questioning an admiral because they wanted, was it 30,000 troops or something? I can't remember. They wanted sailors,
like that.
not troops, sailors.
Something like that.
That they wanted to redeploy to Guam, and this guy went on and on in the subcommittee meeting, questioning the admiral about, well, isn't the island this long and this narrow? And at the end, the payoff, dead serious. Well, if you put that many people on there, won't the island roll over?
Is it possible that it'll capsize? Yeah.
I don't know. It's.
I think it was Hank Johnson. Wasn't that his name?
That may be true.
Right.
I've looked him up like 5 times.
Yeah,
so
yeah. If you just hit H, it'll probably come up.
Oh, George has audio.
Island that at its.
That's it.
No, this is a island that at its widest level is 12 miles from shore to shore, and at its smallest level or smallest location, it's 7 miles between one shore and the other. Is that correct?
I don't have the exact dimensions, but to your point, sir, I think Guam is a small island.
Very small island, and about 24
that poor
miles,
admiral is
if
like,
I recall, long.
The look on the admiral's face.
I mean, he kept it together.
The look on his face was astounding, absolutely astounding.
Widest,
and his aides behind him are like,
on the
just
island, about 12 miles wide.
We really
the widest part
don't
of the
need to beat that into the ground, but
it was Hank Johnson.
Hank Johnson?
Yeah.
Thank you. My memory is finally working again after the election.
In case you hear sitting somewhere in your car or at home listening to radio going, what the heck is
what
that?
did I turn on?
Yeah, it's On Target Radio, AM 560 The Answer. Give us a call and weigh in on pretty much nothing so far at 312-642-5600. This is going to be an interesting show because we're going to talk about more gun control, which is always popular with liberals. But and I wonder how many liberals we have that listen to it. You know, there are some.
Raise your hand if you're a liberal and you listen to On Target Radio.
If you're a liberal and you know it, clap your hands. This is going to be one of those shows. I can tell already. Third Circuit. This is a little disconcerting. There's been a continuing trend among the courts to water down the Second Amendment. Third Circuit was a 3-judge panel. Just basically ruled that the Second Amendment of the Bill of Rights is a second-rate entity and it's not entitled to full protection. The problem, and we've had some really bad stuff. I mean, maybe not starting, but Easterbrook here, local over Friedman and Highland Park, saying that basically, these aren't his exact words, but basically saying, well, yeah, assault weapons really aren't the weapon of choice, but if it makes the people of Highland Park feel better.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah, then it's okay to ban them. I mean, we've had these horrific decisions, and SCOTUS has just turned her nose up at them. So, I mean, hopefully now that there'll be some change to that because, look at it, they're going rampant. California, I mean, we're going to talk about California in maybe the next segment it is, but they're just like out of control. You can't do anything.
Yeah, so it was in the Court of Appeals for the Third Circuit upheld, 2 of the judges upheld New Jersey's 10-round limit on magazines, which was just enacted earlier this year. And the third judge, Stefanos Bibas, wrote a strong dissent and just really took him to the woodshed. I mean, some of the stuff that he wrote is really good. The Second Amendment is an equal part of the Bill of Rights. He says the majority's watered down intermediate scrutiny as really rational basis review, and they have no reason, no backing of why they can use that level. He calls it anecdotes and armchair reasoning rather than evidence.
Yeah, there's just been this general sort of watering down. We'll see in a little while, because California had a 15-round ban, then went to 10-round. I mean, and here's the thing. None of this stuff has ever proven to do anything positive. Right. There's been no record of it at all, and they just sort of ignore that.
Yeah, he actually said that in his dissent. He said the government has offered no concrete evidence that magazine restrictions have saved or will save potential victims.
If any law that pertains to the Second Amendment, let me take it back. Any law that pertains to any of them really should fall under strict scrutiny. You have to actually show a compelling governmental reason to take away or to diminish the right of free speech, right to own firearms. I mean, quartering troops. So you haven't heard about that in a long time, but any of them. That's in the Constitution. And to just say, well, if it makes them feel better, and they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
The sad part is the common theme with all this reasoning here is that, they assume that criminals are going to follow the laws. So they're saying, you have to reload, you have to have, if you have smaller magazines, you have to reload more, it'll give people time to get away. That's obviously not the case because we've proven time and time again that criminals just don't follow the laws.
Exactly. And it's a joke to begin with to say, well, you have to reload. I can reload an AR in, a second?
Right.
I mean, it's a no-brainer. And the folks that shoot 3-gun all the time or practical rifle and stuff, it's like greased lightning. It's all smoke and mirrors. It just really is smoke and mirrors. SCOTUS has to step up to some of this stuff. I was very disappointed when Friedman was turned down by the Supreme Court, because if ever there was a case that should not have been turned down, that would have been it. Anyway, we have to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the new Congress thinks they're going to get a whole lot done, but maybe not so much. And you're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560, The Answer.
Why are we pandering and just coddling all these kids? If you're going to win big. Death and destruction, man.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
We played a team last year, our 7th and 8th grade girls' school, 60-0. Just play your games.
That's one attitude of coaching, and then there's the attitude where you throttle back if you're destroying somebody.
I was wondering, how come they never get on the soccer coaches' cases when they run up the score, like 1-0?
Chicago's Morning Answer, weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Everyone's doing it, and everyone's making money at it, except you. You're losing business to your online competitors, and you just don't know how to get in the game. Where do you even go for the information on how to get started? you need Salem Surround. Give us a moment and we'll offer you a free analysis of your digital marketing effectiveness, even if you have none. And we'll suggest methods that could dramatically increase your sales coming out of this season. We can design and implement all your online marketing under one roof, give you monthly reports on results, and instantly move your dollars to the most effective areas of your online advertising and sales. Social marketing, geofencing, web search enhancement, event targeting, and more. Now, there are no limitations on where you can reach customers with Salem Surround, increasing sales dramatically. Learn more. Go online to surroundchicago.com. That's surroundchicago.com. Salem Surround, connecting you with new customers.
What if you could enjoy total peace of mind when it comes to home security? What if the best technology came from a local company who puts the customer's needs first? Alarm Detection Systems is the right choice for an alarm system with complete control from your phone or tablet. Know when your children arrive home from school. View live streaming video. Check up on your pets. Receive alerts for extreme temperatures. Know if leaks or floods have been detected. Get real-time text alerts sent to your phone. Family-owned and operated since 1968, Alarm Detection Systems understands that nothing is more important than the safety of your family. Your security system will be monitored by our central station in Aurora, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Alarm Detection Systems is an authorized Honeywell equipment dealer. Our on-site security consultation is always free. Visit adsalarm.com or call 630-844-6322. That's 630-844-6322. Alarm license number 127000143.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. So following up with what we were talking about before, Judge Stefanos Bibas, part of his dissent said the majority had concluded that New Jersey's large-capacity magazine ban reasonably fits the state's interest in promoting public safety because large-capacity magazines are used in mass shootings. Reducing the capacity of the magazine... Oh, I'm sorry, this wasn't Bibas. This was the majority. Sorry. Reducing the capacity of the magazine to which a shooter has access means the shooter would have fewer bullets immediately available and will need to either change weapons or reload to continue shooting. Weapon changes and reloading result in a pause in shooting and provide an opportunity for bystanders or police to intervene and for victims to flee, except that no bystanders in New Jersey have guns because they've completely disarmed them.
I was going to ask you that. Who actually qualifies as a bystander?
Yeah, only retired police officers, basically.
Yeah, and we see how well that works out. New Jersey is one of the biggest mob states in the union, and they have some of the strictest gun laws in the whole country. They should have baseball bat laws. You know, you can really tune a guy up with a ball bat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Perfectly legal. Perfectly legal.
And when I read that story, I couldn't keep a straight face. It's so
I couldn't
ludicrous.
either. I couldn't either. I was like, what? I was screaming in Cheesecake Factory. I'm like, what? None of the bystanders have guns.
You know, you always get bogged down in details, really.
I know. I have this thing called logic. It's just pervasive. It just nags at me all the time.
It harkens me back to when James Carville was being interviewed. And did I ever tell you this? James, you know who James Carville and Mary Madeline are married. Mary Madeline is like
they're both pundit,
way over on the right, and James Carville is way over on the left. and that I think there's like a DMZ in the middle of their house. But the interesting thing was he was being interviewed by somebody, I don't remember who, and he was asked, "How did you decide that you were going to become a consultant to the Democratic Party?" And he said, well, I'd always been interested in politics, and he followed it, and he was very closely aligned with it. And he looked at it, and he said, I chose the Democrats because you can tell them anything, and they'll believe it. That's literally what he said. So we don't really know that he's a liberal, although he almost has to be the way he talks. But yeah.
He sells it.
He sells it. That's for absolutely sure. Congress is ebullient.
That's a good word.
That works, yeah. the House because they know now they're in control and they can make no changes
I'm
whatsoever.
seeing like giant fist statues being erected in Congress now.
And that's the only thing that's being erected in Congress. They have this whole slate of stuff that we're going to make laws. Bump stocks is number one, which of course, come on, be realistic. Bump stocks are idiotic. We, back when bump stocks came really into focus in Las Vegas, remember, and I don't remember the numbers, but you remember we sat down and actually computed that if you were really adept with your rifle,
you're actually aiming,
you would do better single shot than you would with a bump stock. We do have online Mark who he wants to talk about J.B. Pritzker. Okay, Mark, what about J.B.?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What about J.B.? The residents of Illinois who are law-abiding firearm owners, what do we have to look forward to with this guy?
Death, destruction, incarceration, taxation.
They're going to seize your private property, and they're not going to compensate you for it.
Now, a lawsuit will be filed. Trust me on this.
Yes.
But the question becomes whether or not in the state of Illinois they will get a restraining order, a temporary injunction. That's a serious question. They may not get it.
Yeah, well, look at what they're doing in Highland Park, Lake County, and Deerfield. Is that going to happen statewide?
Well, I mean, one of the things they specifically talk about is doing away with preemption.
They would like to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's but and this goes beyond firearms, and I don't mean to demean the firearm aspect. But here's another thing that just came out a week or two ago. So many people are leaving the state of Illinois. People with money are leaving the state of Illinois that Pritzker and Madigan and Cullerton have hatched a plan, and this is so bizarre, it's hard to even say it with a straight face. They've hatched a plan that if you move out of the state of Illinois, they're going to tax you for moving. Can you even wrap your brain around that? What? George is jumping. No, I don't think so. They floated that. I'm pretty sure they did. My researcher's on it right now, right?
I could be.
Yeah.
You could be.
Well, that's terrible.
Well, the reasoning, George, that was written in the article was, if you leave toward the end of the year, you've used the services of the state of Illinois.
No, I saw the thing posted by a number of people on social media, but I was not able to find anything whatsoever about it on any of the state government websites, nor any actual news sites from Illinois. I was not able to find anything on it at all.
I think the three of them were drunk at the university club.
Plus, there was a number of things in there that sort of pointed toward maybe satire.
Sapphire, yes.
Satire.
It wasn't the Boston. Boston. I never remember what
this
it was.
This is above the fold.
The Boston what?
Boston Times.
Boston Times. Yeah.
Actually, I have to concur with George in a.
I've never heard of the Boston Times.
In a cursory.
No, I haven't.
You just forgot. In a cursory Google search, there are no recent hits for tax to leave Illinois, so
Really?
I think it's fake news. Sorry.
Don't we have a commercial coming up or something?
Probably.
You've
There's
heard
always a commercial coming up.
George, the Boston Times was, do you remember a couple of years ago now, probably?
I see Boston Globe.
It was before it was before we went off the air.
Yeah, it's a couple of years at least. So I came into the studio, and right before we walked in, I got on my cell phone a news item, and it was in the Boston Times, above the fold, headline article. And the article said something to the effect that there were people somewhere in the South, and Antifa or somebody was going to raid their stores.
There was like 11 people got
shot in a parking lot.
It was like Oklahoma or something.
Yeah, they were defending their stores and stuff with ARs, and they had this firefight in the parking lot. A bunch of people got shot and killed.
But it was the only.
Well, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
That's fair enough, but the internet's
story.
never heard of it. I'm just saying.
So I look at it, and it's a picture of the paper, right, of the Boston Times, and at the top it's got the headline, it's got news, sports, it's got all that stuff a paper has. So we're ready to go on the air. So I do it. I read it. Makes sense, right? Well, if you scroll down in that issue of the Boston Times. The next article was movies in which the actors do it.
Really did it.
And what was the other article? It was something about
I don't remember.
Space Invaders or something or other.
See, now this is a recent problem and more pervasive one than it used to be, which is some people are writing things, whereas, with an Onion type article, you can tell it's fake. You can tell reading into it,
but this is stuff that you
J.B.
can believe.
Pritzker said from the International Space Station. Okay, this is obviously fake.
Yeah.
But some of these places literally dress it up to look like
it was good. They did a good job.
But if he had time to Google it, he would have seen there were no corroborating stories.
Nobody else.
Literally, no one else was covering it. So literally, it didn't happen.
Just hanging by my eye teeth here, waiting for a commercial break. You know what I'm saying? Just praying that one's coming up pretty quick.
We don't have a strategy.
No, you're absolutely right. I have no strategy. So anyway.
We're going to have to talk about Congress when we come back because I don't think we have time now.
Oh, watch this. So
we can start.
So the Democrats can propose something about bump stocks, and then after the bump stock, they're going to go to 3D guns made and then rapid firing rifles and limiting magazines to no more than 10 bullets. That was 7 seconds.
No, that was
drunk and stupid is no way to go through life.
That was the previous topic, not the Congress topic.
Oh,
the midterm elections has infused optimism into the Bernie Sanders crowd, and they think that this election sent a message, according to Mike Thompson, Democrat from California. And so they're dusting off dozens of bills that have failed to move in the last few Congresses.
Oh, thank heavens.
There you go.
Here we go.
Saved by the rock song.
When we return, we're going to talk a little bit about we can talk about Australia. We'll finish this up, and then we'll talk about Australia. All that and more on Target Radio when we return. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Not a day goes by without a terrorist attack somewhere in the world, or violence right here in our own streets. It can be paralyzing, which is why we're here at AM 560. We try to make sense of it all, but sometimes you're looking for a deeper understanding of life's most troubling issues. We'd like to encourage you to check out our sister station, AM 1160, Hope for Your Life. We'll still be here when you come back, but give them a listen at AM 1160 or online at 1160hope.com, because even when you have the answers, you still need hope.
Fox News, I'm Richard Jordan. President Trump is reportedly considering several candidates for Chief of Staff. White House Budget Chief Mick Mulvaney and Congressman Mark Meadows are said to be on the short list after the frontrunner announced today he is leaving the administration.
Nick Ayers had long been talked about as the top contender for this job. Our understanding is that the time frame was the issue and that President Trump wanted a 2-year commitment from a Chief of Staff, and that's not something that Nick Ayers was necessarily able to make given his family situation.
Fox's Ellison Barber. The incoming chair of the House Judiciary Committee says President Trump may be subject to impeachment. Representative Jerry Nadler believes hush money payments to women during the 2016 election could cost the president his office. But Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut tells ABC's This Week he'd like to wait for Robert Mueller's final report before weighing in.
The special counsel is starting to show his cards, and these are very serious allegations.
President Trump has denied any wrongdoing. This is Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Gecometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invite you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
I'm Dan Proft.
And I'm Amy Jacobson.
And if you're a small business owner or you make the marketing or advertising decisions for a business, then listen up.
Once again, our annual Food for the Poor campaign is underway to raise money for children suffering from poverty in Haiti. We've partnered with Food for the Poor to provide food and clean water to several thousand children this year.
And here's how your business can be a part of this. Become a Food for the Poor business benefactor. Just make a $2,500 tax-deductible donation to Food for the Poor, and AM 560 will give you 40 60-second commercials to air here on AM 560 The Answer between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday at no additional cost to you.
That's the best advertising deal in all of Chicago. To take advantage of this deal, just call Anjanette Natowski at 847-472-8951. Again, that's 847-472-8951. One more time, 847-472-8951.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I thought I had a sinus headache for a few days, but I had a massive brain aneurysm, hemorrhage of the brain, and a stroke. And I was on my deathbed. I was on a respirator in a coma for 35 days. And 3 months later, I came home in a wheelchair. I had double vision. I had to learn to walk again, to speak again. 1 and 1 is 2, write the alphabet. You know, if I went out and did a little something, I'd come home, I'd be in bed. Now, I'm up by like 5:30 in the morning, and I go to the gym. I do shopping. I cook. I have energy all day. I mean, I feel great. Overall, my whole outlook, just feeling, my mental aspect, everything is better.
For a limited time, use discount code CHICAGO, and we'll take 35% off your first preferred set of fruits and veggies and have them shipped to you free. Call 800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751, or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
And we're back with more On Target Radio. So we were talking about Congress. The Democrats now in the House of Representatives are ecstatic that they're in dubious control, and they think they're going to pass a bunch of gun control, although it would be symbolic largely. Chris Murphy, the Democrat from Connecticut, said that he acknowledged that gun control legislation approved in the House may face obstacles in the Senate. Duh.
You think?
Just a couple.
I would like to say duh to that. Richard Blumenthal, another Democrat from Connecticut, is confident that national red flag legislation, as well as other bills banning bump stocks and 3D guns, will pass the U.S. Senate. So Blumenthal is apparently synonymous with delusional.
Yeah, gun control. Yeah, it's good to have at least one Republican.
And Pelosi said it's going to be bipartisan gun control.
Yeah, that's sort of like what's his name, the congressman in Naperville. We went to his
Foster.
Bill Foster.
Oh, Bill Foster.
It's good that we could all get together like this and come to consensus. None of us got to talk.
No.
I just love this piece about California. This is just
it is really good.
This is truly an eye opener. This would never have occurred to anybody, I'm sure. A recent report was done by a number of academics. That lends weight to it right there. I was an academic, so you see what that's worth, including the researcher funded by now this is interesting, state of California and their Violence Prevention Research Program. Now that's not a hard right type
right, as this says, this is hardly a right-wing policy piece purchased by gun manufacturers.
It says the report compared data from California with data from other states that did not impose gun control laws. Rates of homicide with a gun and suicide did not decrease compared to those other states used as a control group. There was no significant change despite the gun control laws being in place for more than a quarter century. Mandated background checks for all firearm purchases didn't reduce crime or suicide. Prohibiting people with misdemeanor offenses from buying guns didn't reduce crime or suicide in California. California has mandatory firearm safety training, 10-day waiting period, magazine capacity restrictions, and 1 gun a month purchase restrictions. So the state, the bellwether state for gun control, a liberal organization, research organization goes,
it's not working.
It's not working. Yeah, not working. So I found that to be very, very interesting. Then the other thing that this is just like it's a moment of zen, right? This is just a moment of zen.
To rip off Jon Stewart, yeah.
It is, and this does not come from the Boston Times or whatever. Dick's Sporting Goods. Remember I wrote a rant. Dick's gets Dick because he hangs out with Dick's, all that stuff.
Something like that.
Yeah. Dick's Sporting Goods. Oh, for people who didn't track it, they raised the minimum age requirement for firearm purchase from 18 to 21, shotgun, everything. But the other thing was they did away with all what they referred to as assault weapons.
Yeah, they stopped selling AR-15 style guns, and actually they destroyed them. They went so far as rather than return them to the manufacturer for a refund, they destroyed them, which is completely asinine.
Their share price has dropped 4%, and store growth is beginning to stagnate. Now, the interesting thing is, Edward Stack, the chairman and CEO of Dick's, claimed that he anticipated the negative consequences of the company's gun ban during the conference held by Goldman Sachs in September. And this is what he says. He justified it by saying, it's the right thing to do. Quote, we felt that was absolutely the right thing to do. We would do the same thing again if we had a mulligan, so to speak, to do it again. Right thing to do. Publicly held company, CEO, the right thing to do is make money for the investors. Yes. That's what the right thing to do is.
Yes. And he, went so far as to say, we've made some decisions on firearms in the past, and we had a pretty good idea of what these consequences were going to be.
And the consequence is Dick's is going to seriously considering closing down 35 of their outdoor-focused field and stream
all of their
stores.
Field and stream stores.
Yeah, shutting them all down. So that's another vote for Second Amendment people. And then we'll skip that one.
I think Eric should say what he said in the pre-show about Dick's.
Yeah, so apparently the right thing to do is to alienate the part of your customer base that buys the one product that you can't buy on Amazon.
That's beautiful.
It's priceless.
That's beautiful. We're going to go in 30 seconds, but let's start at least talk a little bit about this Australia thing. You got 20 seconds.
So Australia has passed some cyber snooping laws that are going to have some global implications. So basically, what they've done is they've said that these big tech companies have to have a back door into their product and into their encryption, which is really going to screw everything up going forward. So we're going to talk a little bit about
when we return. With more On Target Radio, we're going to talk all about Australia, and we will stand upside down when we do it. All that and more when we return with more On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Hello, Chicago. Christopher Crum, your host for Power Trading Radio here. And did you know that Online Trading Academy has got some comprehensive 3-hour workshops that'll teach you the common mistakes that traders and investors make? We'll show you how we time the markets with a great degree of accuracy, and we'll teach you how to apply a simple rule-based trading and investing strategy. Well, you can apply this to your trading account if you wanted to replace or supplement your income, or apply it to your long-term investments to build wealth over time, or do both. It's a $500 value. I'm giving it away to the next 5 callers absolutely free. Just call 888-984-8723. That's 888-984-8723. You know what else? I'm going to throw in a Active Investor Wealth Builder educational CD absolutely free with this too. It's a $99 value. So for the workshop and the CD, almost $600. Just call 888-984-8723. It's for the next 5 callers only. 888-984-8723. And don't forget to check us out on the web at tradingacademy.com.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours right into your basement. This is Gus from Chicagoland Waterproofing. My mission is to identify why your home is taking on water and fix it. I want you to sleep at night during a rainstorm and not worry about your basement filling up with water. Like our client Kim from Mount Prospect.
We had chronic basement flooding and no one could figure out why. During a huge storm, water was pouring in through the window wells of our finished basement and we had to bail out 6 inches of water. We got a bunch of estimates, but Gus's was the most reasonable, plus he knew exactly what the problem was. He put in a full basement drain tile system and an additional sub pump with a backup battery. Chicagoland Waterproofing gave us peace of mind. I like to say, in Gus we trust.
From simple sump pumps to complex storm drainage and crack foundation solutions, Chicagoland Waterproofing's work comes with a lifetime warranty. Plus, a fully licensed plumber is always on staff. Request your estimate today at ChicagolandWaterproofingPros.com or call 847-296-3500.
We now return to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer. If you have a question or an opinion, share it with us at 312-642-5600. And now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Okay, Eric, follow me. We're back with more.
We're back with more.
On Target Radio.
On Target Radio.
And listen to what thing is going on in Australia. Put the beep in.
And listen to what bleep is going on in Australia.
All right. That's your cue.
Freedom! All right, so we already talked a little bit about it. But again, what we're talking about with Australia is they've implemented some laws that allow network providers and companies like Facebook and WhatsApp to have backdoors into their programs, basically, and to give government agencies access to this. And this is all being done in the name of terrorism.
Haven't they? I mean, don't they do that already? Hasn't Facebook been accused of that very thing?
Facebook's been accused of that, but I mean, this is actually a law saying that they basically have to do it. And the concern with this is that it's going to create backdoors into basically everything. And we all know about cybersecurity and things like that, as we've seen in the most recent things like the Marriott hack and all this. And so what this is going to do is allow hackers to be able to get into everything. And now that we have basically an Internet of Things where, your garage door opener, your microwave, your refrigerator, everything in your house, your light bulbs is all connected to the Internet and Amazon and Alexa. And, eventually, social media and all this, it's just really going to have far-reaching implications across the globe. And one of the concerns here is that countries like the U.S., while they don't have laws that would allow them to get this information from companies like Facebook, they can just go through Australia now to get that same information. So it's definitely a damaging thing for the whole internet.
So Tim D'Souza, he works for a privacy and cybersecurity consultant consulting company in Australia. He says encryption underpins the foundations of a secure internet, and the internet pervades everything that we do in a modern society. If you require encryption to be undermined to help law enforcement investigations, then you are ultimately undermining that encryption in all circumstances. Those backdoors will be found and exploited by others, making everyone less secure.
Well, and it's an interesting thing that you just brought up, because when I look at this, it really hadn't occurred to me. I'm going, well, okay, it's Australia, they're upside down, who cares? But the reality is Facebook is Facebook is Facebook. And if you can go through Australia that has a law to get into Facebook, it's Facebook.
Well, not only can you go through Australia, but if this reaches to any other countries, as you know, a lot of these services, the servers aren't actually in the United States,
Sure.
or they are all across the globe. It's, that would give them a better advantage for redundancy and making the network faster. So your data could reside on servers in the United States or in Australia or Germany or wherever. So that's why it's a pretty big concern. The other thing that's really concerning about this is all being done in the name of terrorism. So we've seen all that, the whole theater of the security at the airports and everything done in the name of terrorism, and this is all a knee-jerk reaction too. So they didn't actually have time to look at this, and they admit they haven't had time to actually put the right controls into place before they implemented this, because they had to do it right away because, they don't want to see another terrorist attack. It's the same thing with gun control.
Right.
They're
getting ready. They're getting ready to go on recess, basically.
Right.
Christmas break, like our Congress does. The peak body for the legal profession in Australia, the Law Council of Australia, said it has serious concerns about the changes. So not only are the computer people freaking out, but the lawyers are freaking out.
This all weaves together with the thing that scares the bejesus out of you, and frankly is unsettling to me too.
Oh yes, yeah. You said, have you seen the most recent video with the dog robots? And then you told me about it, and I go, I think I probably shouldn't see the video with the dog robots, because it will give me nightmares.
You literally can't stop him.
You saw the one I sent you.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
That's
scary.
you
can't. They pull him back, and the interesting thing is when they grab like the tail sort of thing, it hunkers down.
Yeah.
It gets what it needs to do. It knows. Now, this is a limited intelligence thing. But if you look at the artificial intelligence, like the female robot that was being interviewed, where the guy interviewing her, and you knew it was a robot because the back of her head was gone. It was just circuit boards. So he says she's carrying out an interview you wouldn't know was not a human being. And he says jokingly, if you think about it, you really don't need to have humans anymore. And she says, dead serious, no, we don't. Now, you couple that with a robot that you basically can't stop. That's
we got problems.
We got problems. Yeah, I know that just sets you on edge.
Yeah, we got big trouble right here in River City.
Right here in River City. Yeah, and that starts with R and it rhymes with robot. Anyway, so yeah, this whole thing, this information thing, and I know you get even freaked about stuff in the cloud too.
Oh yeah, I try to keep as much out of the cloud as possible. My phone keeps telling me that I need to store stuff in the cloud, and I keep going, no.
Yeah, it is kind of scary. How many times have I had my identity now in the past maybe year and a half? 4 times, I think.
Yeah, I can't even keep track.
I just keep getting these phone calls. My bank got so tired of me getting hacked that they literally said, I kid you, this is not a joke. They were serious. They go, do you have a
but
code
it is
on
funny.
your phone?
That's why I'm laughing.
They go, do you have a lock on your phone? I go, I suppose so. Why? Well, if you got it activated, I go, no, do it. They're like dictating to me.
Yeah, they told you have to change all your passwords.
Yeah. Wow. 4 times I got it. Probably a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Yeah, sounds right.
And one of the things that really disturbed me is somebody spent, $3,000 on iTunes. 99 cents a pop. How can you spend $3,000? Somebody should have gone, Hector, $3,000 for iTunes is kind of steep. We'll be right back with more on Target Radio and Gretchen stuff after these few messages. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
I have the perfect Christmas or any other occasion gift for just about everybody on your list. I suggest the MyPillow Holiday 4-pack offer. You can get 2 premium MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows plus free shipping, all for the normal price of 1 premium MyPillow. Think about that for a second. You can give 1, 2, 3, or even 4 gifts, all for the price of 1. Or if you still don't have a MyPillow for yourself, keep 1 and gift the rest. And the money-back offer is extended through March 1st. Not only that, but you can still get 30% off everything, including the MyPillow mattress topper and pet beds that you've heard me rave about. Just be sure to use the promo code Amy to get the MyPillow 4-pack offer with free shipping and the 30% discount on everything else, including mattress toppers and pet beds. Visit MyPillow.com or call 800-489-0201. That's 800-489-0201. And don't forget to use the promo code Amy. That's MyPillow.com, promo code Amy.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
Winter Wars 15, the annual high-power rifle romp in the snow, will be Saturday, January 12th, 2019, at 8 a.m. at the ISRA range in Bonfield. Not a fiercely contested event for finely tuned match rifles, this is an opportunity for the milsurp rifle enthusiast to shake off cabin fever and get back in touch with some of his or her favorite relic battle rifles for a little fun and a little frostbite. There will be door prizes, not score prizes, and you will probably receive one if you brave the cold. Choose your battle from a matrix of battles and rifles. Virtually any milsurp rifle will have one or more battles in which to compete. Any safe rifle may participate in any of the matches, but only scores fired with the appropriate rifles will be considered for match winners. George likes it when I read long lists of rifle names, but I'm not going to do that. To keep the competitors from shivering their way to 20 misses, there will be hot beverages, chili, and a bonfire. The entry fee is $25 for the entire event of 2 matches. Entries must be postmarked by January 5th or pay a $5 surcharge. You may also enter the day of the event. To download the entry form, go to isra.org, click on Events, ISRA Official Calendar, Winter Wars 15. I put this information on our Facebook page last week. The following Safer USA class is at our facility in Waterman, Saturday and Sunday, December 15th and 16th. Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and Gretchen and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on Register.
We actually only have 3 in that class. 3.
Alrighty, so if you would like a semi-private class for concealed carry.
The renewal classes, as you know.
We had a bumper crop yesterday.
Yeah, we maxed out, hit 20.
Was that our max?
Yeah. Well, could you imagine if we had more?
It would have been even more like herding cats.
Yeah, I had phone calls. People, can I please get in? So we'll put within the next week or so, I'll put them up for 2019.
We could do one after Christmas if you want.
Maybe. We'll have to look and see. Maybe. Maybe. And again, maybe not. Because people tend to go off and do stuff. But I don't know. We'll think about it.
You never know. There seems like there's demand.
We will put more up, certainly for 2019, within the next week or two. Anyway, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Huffman on the board and Eric Allen, our video producer. Learn about how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you think. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
This could be the longest that Eric has ever spoken.
I think that is the most he said.
I think it is. We have to go. Oh, look! I'm making nervous now. He's back there.
Now he's
back
blushing.
There. He's back
blushing.
there giving me the thumb. I'm not exactly certain the significance of that, but
are you sure it wasn't a finger?
No, unless he's got a short, stubby finger. Well, now he's scratching his nose. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Highly suggestible, that Eric.
we're should we tell him we're in the planning stages?
No, I think we should save it for next week.
In case we don't do it. Okay, so next week we may have a big,
we
huge,
may have
small
an announcement.
An announcement. We might have an announcement. And then again, we might not. Just tune in.
Probably.
We don't even know. We don't even know what we're going to do in the next 40 seconds.
Not really.
Next week.
I've got some audio of Dave if you'd like it.
Thank you very much. We could get a copy of the Boston Times. Anyway, be sure to listen next week when we'll be talking about more red meat issues that affect your life.